Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for holding this novel conference. And it's proud of me to be here and use from these useful presentations. The subject of my article is Quranic studies and national sciences, methodological interdisciplinary approaches, and its intellectual gains. The head of my presentations, you can see them in this slide. The first one is the differentiate from methodological and theoretical interdisciplinarity. The second one is the relationship between sciences and Quranic studies, three main achievements. And through this subject, I have another subject such as developing theological insights for the Quran. The second one is generating exegetical insights for Quran commentators. And the third one and the last gains is generating new perspectives in natural sciences. And at the end of my presentation, I show you the results. I want to gain these purposes in this presentation. This research aims to examine the types of connection between the Quran and the experimental sciences from an interdisciplinary perspective and point of view. The study focuses on three main types of connections and aims to address the problems and defects observed in previous works, such as superficial comparisons and a lack of response to interdisciplinary research issues. And the third purpose of my article is that this research is unique in its methodological approach to interdisciplinary studies of the Quran and experimental sciences. So speak first about integration and interdisciplinarity. Integration refers to the establishment of a stable connection between various disciplines, and it is the most crucial aspects of interdisciplinary studies, evident in the theories of numerous interdisciplinary scholars. Klein defines this concept as a process of achieving integrative synthesis, which often commences with a problem, topic, or issue. Researchers must work towards overcoming the challenges that arise from differences in language and disciplinary perspective. In the picture, you can see the difference between interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary, and it is because of integration. In interdisciplinary, you can see two disciplines integrate and have a unit one, but in multidisciplinary, we use the disciplines beside each other without the integration. The second typology I want to speak about is methodological and theoretical interdisciplinarity. The distinction between methodological and theoretical interdisciplinary lies in the one-way or two-way relationship between disciplines. Methodological interdisciplinary involves borrowing methods or concepts from other disciplines to test theories, answer research questions, and develop theory. This type is known as methodological pluralism and can be seen as an employer-employee or Khaldon and Makhdum relationship between the main field and the servant discipline. One is considered as the main field, and the other plays the role of servant discipline and a tool to solve the problems of the main field. The application of psychological tests in the discipline of education and training, as well as the use of neuropsychology measures in psychology, are examples of methodological interdisciplinarity. These three achievements, I think that these are three achievements of relationship between experimental sciences and Quranic studies. And these are very, very important. The first one, the first category, involves only applying empirical knowledge to Quranic studies without any development or production. So these comparisons only can be used in theological converses. The second category leads to the development of the discipline of Quranic interpretation by borrowing from experimental sciences, by utilizing experimental methods. Numerous empirical issues that were previously problematic and ambiguous for commentators are now clarified. And the third one, and the most complex category, leads to the development of knowledge in experimental sciences through interdisciplinary connections with Quranic studies. Examples are provided for each type. The first one, developing theological insights for the Quran. The aim of this approach is to strengthen the faith of believers and address any doubts or uncertainties surrounding the Quran by comparing scientific achievements with the concepts contained in its verses. This approach is often referred to as theological comparison and involves comparing the propositions of experimental sciences with the verse of the Quran. Such comparisons have mostly been employed by commentators to defend the Quran against opponents and to establish the perceived incompatibility between the Quran and science. However, some commentators have noted that the level of integration between the two is limited, leading them to view it as mere comparison rather than interdisciplinary research. Others don't consider such comparison to be called exegesis. When Rashid Reza talks about angels and jinn, he first points to the denial that materialists and scientists have towards these creatures. Then, referring to micro in experimental science, he talks about the relation it can have with jinn. Accordingly, such an interpretation of these creatures is evaluated as compatible with science. He then refers to a narration in which the plague is considered as a jinn, and he uses this narration to confirm his comparison between jinn and microbe. It is clear that this interpretation has theological benefits more than anything else, and from Rashid Reza's point of view, such a feeling shows the compatibility of science with Quranic propositions and concepts. The second one is generating exegetical insights for Quran commentators. There are many examples in which interdisciplinary integration is stronger than the first type. This type involves utilizing natural sciences to gain a deeper understanding of Quranic verses. It allows commentators to borrow from the views and findings of natural sciences to enhance their analysis of the text. In this type, certain verses with complexities can be simplified and clarified through the application of experimental science. The use of experimental methods can aid in interpreting the verses, unlike the previous type, where such comparisons didn't yield significant results. This approach can lead to the development of new interpretive concepts for the verses. I want to speak about two examples: mountains pathing like as that of the clouds, and the second one is the destruction of the people of Lot and new archaeological discoveries. In the first example, the mountain passing like as that of clouds, in this verse, that is in the Surah 27 and the Ayah 88, a strange comparison is made between mountains and clouds. وَتَرَى الْجِبَالَ تَحْسَبُهَا جَامِدَةً وَهِيَ تَمُرُّ مَرَّ السَّحَابِ. Mountains, which often symbolize stability, solidity, and immobility, are like to clouds, which are prominent symbols of changeability, fluidity, and instability. The passing of mountains in these verses has been interpreted in various ways throughout the history, with some considering it sign of Day of the Judgment. However, contemporary commentators with a scientific and experimental approach have related these verses to the passing of the mountains in the sky. It appears that without taking into account the latest scientific developments in the field of geology and climatology, it is difficult to fully comprehend the comparison between the mountain and the cloud mentioned in these verses. Therefore, some of most significant similarities between two are the one, clouds can be seen moving in different positions in the sky, resulting from different currents that are pushing them. Similar to this feature, Earth's plates have different orbital, meridian, and vector movements along latitude and longitude. These movements cause the different side of the mountain ranges that are riding on them. The second, the terrestrial observer sees the clouds moving slowly in the sky. The detection of the distance that the clouds have traveled is achieved by reserving the book from them within a few minutes. Earth's plates also have a calm movement and can only be measured in terms of their time intervals of several million years, their direction and speed of movement. You can see in my article another reasons that for this analogy. Another example is the destruction of the people of Lot, Qawm Lut, and new archaeological discoveries. One of the newest archaeological studies has provided with detailed information in this field and has been able to answer many of questions. I show you in this slide the name of this article. A Tunguska-sized airbus destroyed Tal al-Hammam, a Middle Bronze Age city in the Jordan Valley near the Dead Sea in scientific report published 2021. And in this article, you can see many reasons for the fact that the people of the Lut, why they and how they distracted by an sky implosion, and you can see the testimonies of this very, very big explosion, and this very good